Obviously, not the result you guys wanted, but how did you feel being in the lineup, scoring?
It's nice. Obviously getting the first one out of the way is always, feels good. And then, felt more and more comfortable as the game went on. Kind of got away from, my game a little bit in the second, a couple of turnovers entering the zone. And, but made the adjustment. And, in the third, felt like I did a better job of, getting the D on their heels a little bit and using my speed. So, happy with, the adjustments that were made. And, the fact that I was being able to, feel a little more comfortable out there.
Thought you had a second one?
Thought I had second and third. I made 2 great saves, and that's just the way hockey goes sometimes. So, super unfortunate, but that's the way it goes.
Go ahead.
Just a quick turnaround tomorrow. How do you physically and mentally turn the page to be ready for that?
I think the biggest thing is getting into the hotel tonight. Being able to wind it down a little bit. A little bit easier said than done, but 82-game season, you got to be able to put some of them behind you and get ready for the next. So, I'm sure the boys will come out ready to go tomorrow and try and get one win on this road trip.
Charlie makes that slap pass on your goal. It looks like you were expecting that, but were you?
Yeah, I mean, when you got a guy skilled as C-Mac, you got to be ready for the puck at all times. And I saw him and I saw the lane, so I figured it'd be coming my way, and just grip my stick as hard as I could, and he made a great play. So that's all him. I was just standing there.
You mentioned turnovers. How much of that was what they were doing versus unforced turnovers?
I think it was just me kind of trying to force some plays. A couple, turn up in the second, and then trying to make a soft chip to Casty with speed, rather than just putting in hard and going and getting a body. So just gotta stick to my game, stick to what works. That's what the team needs out of me, and so just gotta make the adjustments.
You weren't in the lineup in Vegas. Second period, the ice tilts again. Shots are hard to come by. Sense of frustration on the bench?
I don't know. I think at the end of the day, we're staying positive. Sticking to our game. It doesn't matter how many shots you have throughout a game. If you come out with a win. So, just try and get grade A chances, and they're a good hockey team over there with a lot of skill. So, unfortunately, we weren't able to come out with a win tonight, but we'll learn from it and move on.